I could not let this go. I had to do something on this. So Dillon Brooks, Memphis Grizzlies guard, continues his run of letting shots go on and off the court following the Grizzlies' Game 6 loss to the Warriors last Friday. Dillon Brooks had this to say about Golden State. He said, we're young, speaking on Memphis, and he said they're getting old. They know we're coming every single year. I play for my peers to respect me. It's good motivation, good learning, playing against what are the two best shooters in history, and going against them is an amazing feeling. So a reporter told Steph Curry about Dillon Brooks' comments. Again, keep in mind the Warriors won this series after Brooks just literally shot Memphis out of the playoffs. And this is what Steph had to say in response to Brooks calling the Warriors old. He said, Brooks says a lot of things. He called himself a dynasty already, so you got to figure. On to the next round. Western Conference Finals, we're back. Let's go. So a lot of people are out there saying, there's no way Dillon Brooks already believed this talented, but still very young and not proven much yet Grizzlies team is a dynasty already. He didn't say that, right? I think what Steph Curry was referring to was some comments that Dillon said about Andre Iguodala in an interview back in March, in which he said this: we all had the vision. Iguodala didn't, which is perfect. Send him back to the Warriors and let him do his thing over there. If you remember, Andre Iguodala was picked up by the Grizzlies. He didn't want to be in Memphis. That's his fault. That's his L. So he ended up pretty much saying, I ain't going there under no circumstance. The Grizzlies ended up having to let him go. Brooks continued by saying this: from the beginning, we were growing a base. We had a base, and we kept building and building and building, and more guys got on the train, and we were able to create something like this and keep building this dynasty and this program up to new heights. Just an amazing feeling to see guys grow every single year. I've been here the longest, so I'm just happy to see each player grow in their role and try to exceed their role, which is amazing to see. I'm just happy I'm a part of this and happy I have figured out how to stay here in Memphis. So when you read the comment in context, it probably just means Brooks said this dynasty. He wasn't trying to I don't think he was saying that the way it comes across, like he was arrogantly saying Memphis is already a dynasty. I think it was just a word that fit the team. Like instead of saying team, I think he wanted to give his guys some confidence, so he said the word dynasty. Memphis is not a dynasty just yet, but I will say this: that nucleus of Ja Morant, if he can stay healthy, Jaren Jackson, who I did not like coming out of Michigan State, but I got to admit the brother balled out last year. He's better than I thought. And not Dillon Brooks, but Desmond Bane to me is the third part of that nucleus. If you can keep those three gentlemen together, they're going to an NBA Finals together one day. I do believe that. Now, speaking of Dillon Brooks, since he's the guy that's got all these words, he's got to kind of find his way as a vet on that Memphis squad. What I saw from Brooks in the postseason, that wasn't it, Chief. I called Chief myself and asked him. He was like, that wasn't it. You cannot shoot the ball 17 to 20 times. I don't care if Ja Morant's on the court or not. I don't need Dillon Brooks shooting double-digit three-pointers in any basketball game. I like when Dillon Brooks is around the 9 to 11 shot total. All right? If he's got it going, let him have at it. I like when Dillon Brooks is locked in on defense, corner three-point shooter, knockdown shooter occasionally. Give me 4 to 5 threes a game, a couple attacks at the rim, let the opponent feel you. That's what I like Dillon Brooks to be. Every night I know I got a guy that can lock somebody down, all right? Memphis is an organization that have had great defenders like Marc Gasol, who won Defensive Player of the Year in the past, obviously Tony Allen. They want a guy that could lock somebody down in their situation. They don't need Dillon Brooks to score 30 points. I don't think anybody wants that. Not the way his jump shot looked last postseason. If Dillon Brooks is a guy that could lock the other team's guy down going forward while these young fellas learn how to play defense, guard these guys, I think you might really, really have something that maybe can fit that D word, that dynasty word that these old Golden State Warriors continue to show that this is what they've been. They're back in the conference finals. If that's what old looks like, I want to be old because that looks amazing.